There you go.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Where's my song?
It's gonna be a little bit.
It's good. What? Am I working?
Yeah, you're
Am I on?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Should be.
Should I check my phone? See if I'm on.
Well, I can just make sure that.
Hello.
Your title is still Let's Make Hats.
Oh, that's okay. They'll know I can't make hats right now. It's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay. I am live. Okay. Hippy skippy. You know what? I have a nice camera like yours. Would I look this good if I had my camera? I mean, I've got a nice camera.
You always look this good.
No,
All right.
really? Hi. Oh my God. Hello, everybody.
Do you want anything?
Do I want anything?
Do you need anything?
I want this room. Oh my God. Hello, who do we have here? Franz and how are you? Hello, hey. We got Tab Meyer, we got Andrew, we got EBF. Hello, thanks for chiming in. I kind of look like I was plowing the back 40, and indeed I was. No, I have a story to tell, and I'll tell it. I am in Austin, you guys. I'm in Austin. As you see, I'm not in my craft room. I'm in Austin, and there's a story why I'm here. And so your gift arrived. Did you like it, Franz? Did you like it? Yay! Help. I know it. I had no idea. So I do not have any of my alerts. I don't have my song. I don't have anything because it would have taken me forever. I have my setup here and then simply said, well, why don't you just use the stream key? And it's like, well, what the hell is that? And so my glorious son, look at this. I'm in a streamer room, you guys. Look at this. I got lights. I think I look pretty good for an old broad. What do you think? I need that camera. I mean, if I look, I'm looking in here and it's like, I don't look too bad for an old broad. I want that camera. I want this lighting. I want this room. Oh, you are so welcome, friends. Eggs Blake, how are you? And Zeroton, how are you? Yeah, so I have a story. I'm down in Austin. I think you can tell. You know what? I would stream longer and more frequent if I had this set up. If all I had to do was come on and turn this on, I would be on more. So how is everybody doing? I have tales to tell, but first, how's everybody doing tonight? I look enchanting. Mr. DeMille, I am ready for my close-up. I can't believe the difference with the camera because when you guys know when I set up my system, you know, I use a Logitech camera, but I also have films like funeral home lighting, so I don't look dead, right? So I have like film over the lighting, but this room is not all that bright, and that's amazing. And I was telling Simply, I have a really good camera because Simp Dad bought me one when I retired. Do I know how to use it? Hell no. Well, a little bit. I can turn it on. But so anyway, so how are you guys doing? Let's see what's going on. Let's see, who else we got here? Old Man Spadoodle, how are you? Good evening. Did I fly in or drive? Well, I'll tell you all about it. Hello, Mr. Hyrule. No, welcome everybody to Simp Mom's Bitch Slapping Club. I don't have my bitch slapper. I knew I was going to do a stream, but I was waiting for, Simply was streaming because, and I'll tell you why I'm here in a minute. And like I promised you guys I'd be back and we do hats, but we can't do hats. We can do hats, but not live because I'm in Austin. And yeah, I'm in Austin. Oh, Blink. Hello. Yeah. Hello there. So what happened was, so Simply has a dog, Boba. You guys know Boba. And Boba got neutered. And then he was peeing blood. And so none of my guys are good medically with blood or things like that. They just not. And I could hear how exhausted my son was because the dog had a UTI on top. Then it's a urinary tract infection on top of being neutered. So the poor little guy is in pain. He can't pee, and when he does, it's just blood. So that was 10:30 yesterday morning. I went down to Simp Dad. I said, I'm going to Austin. He goes, when? I said, now. If I can get tickets, I'm going to be on a plane. And so I fly Delta because Delta comes direct. So I got on the flight for 2 o'clock, a little after 2. So I was running around the house, packing up everything so that I could be down here. This is my other son. Hold on a second. Lando.
Hey, Ma, how's it going?
Good, I'm on stream.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I just called Dad and figured I'd give you a jingle.
Oh, anything going on?
No,
Just want to check it out, Bubba.
yeah, just check it out.
Well, tune into the stream and I'll tell you.
Are people asking about me in chat? Do they miss me?
Everybody misses you. Yes.
Of course.
Chad, do you miss Tool? Does everybody miss Tool? All right. All right.
We'll tune in.
Love you. Love
Yeah,
you
love
both.
you.
All right, bye. Bye. And so, anyways, I got tickets for a flight, and so Simply was so tired that he said, I got to take a nap. I've been up all night with the dog. And so he did not know, I did not tell him I was coming. He did not know I was coming. I just got on a plane. And so I texted, on the way to the airport, I said, because Simp Dad drove me to the airport, I said, I'll call Ryan and let him know that we're coming. Well, he didn't answer, and I said, well, I know he's taking a nap, so that's neither here nor there. So anyways, he did not know, when he knew when he woke up, and when he woke up, I was just an hour from being here, or a flight. So I flew in to be private duty nurse to Boba. I'm Boba's nurse, and he's doing better. He still has the UTI where he wants to pee every 5 minutes, 2 drops, but it's clear now, so that's good. And so I said to Simply, I said, get up and do your stream. You know, I'm going to be here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday. So any partying you want to do, anything you want to do, Boba's got a private duty grandma nurse. And so that's what I'm doing down here. So, yeah. And guess what, you guys? I think I was sitting next to a flight marshal on the plane. I'm pretty sure that I was sitting, you know, the guys that are prevent hijackers and that, I'm pretty darn sure that I was sitting next to one. So I upgraded my room. Scuttlebucket, look at this. Look at this. He's got 3 monitors. He's got, I don't know what these things are. Oh, lights. He's got lights and they've got numbers on them. He's got this camera. He's got the sound stuff up so it doesn't echo so much. He's got this wonderful artwork and fun stuff. And it's just, I feel like a streamer now. Maybe I'll never leave this room. I feel like I made it. I made it. Hey, you know, I thought I was doing pretty good having my little mic. I mean, he's got the whole, look at this. Maybe I'll pretend I'm talking. Well, maybe I am talking in this mic. Hot damn. But anyways, it's just going to be a short stream tonight because I promised you guys that I would pop on, and I'm just glad that we live in a time where it was possible for me, from the time I hung up with my son at almost 11 o'clock, that I was landing here a few hours later. I mean, we live in good times, and taking care of his little guy, but you know, and Boba's, well, you know, you guys know, you've had puppies. Puppies are very active, and it's hard. You're supposed to kind of keep them down a little bit, and he's excited to see me, but Simply's got him trained so well that it's just amazing. So, hey, that's what's going on with me this week. What's going on with you guys? What's going on? What kind of dog does he have? Like, the dog is, oh, let me show you a picture. I took him outside to get some vitamin D. And hold the boat. Let's see. Oh, there we go. He's got some shepherd in him. He's a mutt. He's a rescue. Let me see. Can you guys see? Whoops. There he is. He's wearing, they make these onesies, and I bought it for Simply, that they have like a part for the tail to come out, so that you put him in this onesie, his tail comes out, and then it covers his belly, and it's Velcro straps so that he can't lick his, now that he's a neuter guy, he's got no balls, he's ballless, so he can't lick the area. And so that because when you're sleeping, those cones, those hard cones, are just the most inhuman thing to put on a dog. Can you imagine a cone? And then we put the donut on Teddy. We found like a soft donut you could blow up, but that did not work as well as a onesie. I made Teddy's onesie, but I didn't know the size that Boba would be, so I ordered him one. And so he's got I wanted him to be in fashion, so that's really helping keep the area covered so he can't get to it. Ballless sounds like the next hustly. Yeah. Well, now he's a neuter, right? Is he a newt? What is he? He's got no balls. Teddy's like that. Teddy's a newt. He is a cutie, and he's smart, and it simply has him trained that he'll say place, and he'll run right into his crate and stay there. And it's like, that's amazing. And I didn't realize that puppies needed naps. I'm learning. Actually, I'm learning how to be a good dog owner now. I've had dogs my entire life, but learning the right way to do it. Although I love my hounds. I mean, my hounds are wonderful, but they're not trained. They know hand signals. You know, they can sit, they can stay, they can take it. The best thing is how nice they can take food, because I'll say, take it nice. You know, next stream I'll bring them up and show you. And then I'll say, take it nicer. And she barely opens her mouth to do it. Well, I never wanted like a child, if they fed our dog, to get nipped, because you know how dogs are eager for the food. So my guys have always been trained to take it as easy as they can, the food. And can we have a Boba? He's taking a nap. That's why I'm streaming. He's giving me a break. I've been running after the little tyke all day. But so probably that picture, because he's in his crate downstairs. He's got, Simply's got a couple of collapsible crates. And actually, Simply's coming home for a couple of weeks. I'm flying back here a week from Tuesday, or a week from Monday. I'm flying back, and then we're going to try to make the drive in one day to Minnesota to bring Boba home for a few weeks for the summer so he can enjoy our dogs in the backyard. So that'll be an adventure. I said, Simply, you want to stream it? Stream the ride, the 16-hour ride? No. He doesn't think we could make it in one day. Hey, you know what? How many of you guys have worked a double shift, right? I've worked a gazillion of them being a nurse. So, yeah. You've done Austin to Chicago. You don't want to do that? Well, again, the thing is we're going to get some good books on tape. That, to me, if you get a good book on tape, it's like watching a movie. And it's like, I want to get to the end of it. So if we could get like a 16, 17-hour book on tape that we can just listen to, and just it'll make the drive so much easier. I mean, Sip Dad and I like to do that. We like to listen to books on tape. Might learn something, right? Yeah. Boba is going on vacation, so he will be on one of my streams for sure. So you'll get to see him up in Minnesota, tearing around. He's very active. And so I bought Simply a present, and it ought to be arriving any minute. Thank God for Amazon, you guys. I bought him a DNA test, because the dog looks a lot like a shepherd, but has shorter hair. So I think there's lab, I think there's shepherd. What do you guys think? You know what? When I get the results back, I'm going to post a picture of Boba. Now, we get the results back, I think, in 2 weeks. And the person who can guess what he is will win the first prize. Will that be fun? That'll be fun, right? You guys, that'll be fun. Am I looking at you, or am I looking like you stay with a camera like right here, and so I don't know. I want to make sure I'm making eye contact with you, that I can see you, and I'm not looking like I'm looking at a wall or something. But yes, Amazon, right? I was so close to flying, but she wants to drive. 5% African. You never know. You see lab for sure. I think so too. Monster Jesus, how are you doing? You're wearing the hat at this moment? Oh, nice. You see German Shepherd? Yep. I see German Shepherd for sure, with the markings and the great big ears. I mean, he's got one ear that's kind of a little crooked, and they're a very, very smart breed. I actually have a niece. My niece trains police dogs. She's amazing. She trains police dogs. And then, she gives them all the training, and then turns him over to the police. And I watched the video where the dog, here's this dog that's a big old lap dog, but all of a sudden it turns into ready to attack. Amazing. I said to Simply, why don't we call her and see if we can get some tips on that. The snout looks lavish. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, Mess My Pants, how are you? Visiting, how could you tell? How could you tell? I feel like I'm a grown-up streamer. I feel, I mean, this is amazing. You know, it's. Have you ever? Well, you know, in Arizona, I'm in a lot of the plays. You know, where I go on stage and do that, and you practice, and then you go on the big stage. And this, that's where I feel like I am. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store without the candy, but it's like, look at how good that camera makes me look. Man, what if he could afford to be missing that one? I've got a camera. I'm going to see if I can do this. I mean, to me, it looks so much clearer than when you guys see me before. But we'll have to see. Yes, Mess My Pants. Yes, I added something else to your lemon collection this week. So, you bought a car. What'd you get? Yay! You intend to sign when it gets built. What did you get, EBM? What'd you get? Is it your first car? How exciting. You know, you guys, when you're a kid and you're growing up and, you know, someday I'm going to be an adult and I'm going to have a car and I'm going to have a house and I'm going to have this. But the first car, your first chariot, mine was a Monza, Chevrolet Monza back in, oh my goodness, 1975. I got a job at Children's Hospital and I walked 11 blocks, was it 11 blocks or 15 blocks to work in Buffalo. And if you don't think that's a trip, you know, Buffalo winters, anybody from Buffalo? I walked every day for almost a year to save enough money for a down payment for my first car. And I saw it in the Sunday paper. And it was a yellow car with like a brown top, brown hood, not hood, but brown top of the car. I mean, it was just so the coolest looking thing ever. And so I got the car. I was like, I didn't know anything about cars. I have a country bumpkin. What the hell do I know, right? And these interns are in there, and I bought my car, and I said, I got a Mazda. They said, oh, you got a Mazda? Oh my God, you got a Mazda? I didn't know what the hell a Mazda was. And I said, no, I got a Mazda. Oh, Mazda. It's kind of, it's kind of like, you know, when it's like you're just so excited that all of a sudden you kind of deflate because it's like they think I'm driving a piece of shit. But I mean, it worked for me. So that's a Corolla hybrid. Good for you. My sister drives a hybrid. You could never hear it. When the first time I rented a car down here to see Simply, it was a hybrid. I didn't know. I mean, it's like you go to Hertz, and I remember because Dad and I traveled around the country. I'm like a preferred member, but he always rented a car. It was the first time I ever rented a car in my life. They said, "Oh, go up, you know, pick out whichever one you want and get in it." And then it's like, "Oh, it starts up nice. Oh, it's quiet." And then we get to a stop sign or a stoplight. And it's like, "Oh my God, it shut off! It shut off!" But it didn't. I mean, that's just the hybrid in it, and it kind of startled this old woman for a little bit. But now I like it. Your mom's family's in Buffalo. Buffalo, land of Mighty Taco, and what else? Mighty Taco. Oh, what is the other one? Mighty Taco was the best, you guys. Was the absolute best because they would be open till 4 in the morning. And anybody that lives in Buffalo knows that you don't even go out and party until 11 o'clock at night. I mean, you don't go out before then, right? Because the bars don't close until late. And then we would go to Mighty Taco because they're open till 4 in the morning, and it was like this guy at a crock pot. Now they're a big chain, a good-sized chain, but it was one store with this guy at a crock pot, and we'd all be lined up. And then we would go into report. We were all young nurses. We'd be in report 7 o'clock, and this is how we'd be getting report. Because we partied all night, only to do it again. The things you could do when you're young, right? But first time chatter. I like it. But Let's see. Link, you're beautiful. Oh my God, I'm an old woman, 71. Can you? I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. It's just a number, but it's like it just means that I don't have that many more numbers before I go home. Hopefully, my mom's still kicking at 94 and doing great. So hopefully, can you imagine if I'm a 94-year-old streamer? I don't think that's going to be, but for the time being, I mean, you guys are what make it so much fun for me. You absolutely make it so much fun for me, and then I get to make you presents, which I went to my doctor's this week and I looked up the team. Oh, no, I can't show you what I made them because I has their last names on it. I don't want to dox them. But I did split letters. So in other words, there's like, if it's an R, there's like the R, right? And then the R separated so I could write their name in it. And I found this incredible design, and the doctor has 3 on his team. And I went and I had shots in both knees. Boy, I feel like I could run a marathon now. Not that I'm gonna, but I feel pretty darn good. And I just wanted to, I've done that for a lot of my doctors, is bring them gifts. Because you know, a couple of things. One, they remember you, right? And 2, that it's just a nice thing to do, right? I love making gifts. Yeah. Ashley, how are you? I am well. I am in Austin, Texas. And when we landed, the pilot said, you know, the first half of the trip is going to be smooth and then we're going to hit some turbulence, at which point we did. But when we came out, I used to live in Texas, oh God, in my mid-20s for a stint. And storms, I mean, they come out of nowhere, and you get the finger clouds that come down, you know, the black clouds, like they're going to be tornadoes. And I had an Uber driver, and she was wonderful. And I'm looking around, and it's just like finger cloud. I'm going, oh God, I hope I'm not coming into a tornado or anything. There was a lot of flood watches because it came down. But today, the day is glorious. It's just one of those, it's not too humid. It's just, and there's a nice breeze. A beautiful day today in Texas. But yes, Ashley, hello there. God, okay. All right. How do I pronounce that? I mean, I see a whole bunch of ways of pronouncing that. Now, if Simply was in here, he'd just roll it right off. God us up? No, God us up. God you so P? I don't know. But welcome. You know, you might like the way I pronounce your name, and it might become your new name, right? Hey, Lord Novahole, how are you? God is here. Oh, all right. Yes. The second coming. No, don't get me in the gutter. Don't get me in the gutter. Although I do love the gutter. I do love it when somebody gives me an opening, you know, and I know that they're okay with my comeback, you know, but I can be naughty. I love to be naughty. It's good. God is here from heaven. Well, God, I'm not ready to go to heaven yet, okay? And don't take any of my people, yeah, because we got a lot of gifting to do. So, guys, we're over 1,300 gifts sent around the world in the time that I've been streaming. Do you believe that? Aura farming. It blows me away. And thank God for Excel. You know, being able to make spreadsheets and things to kind of keep track of who got what. And and I'll go over it because there's so many gifts that it's like it's hard to remember. But I do have fun. I mean, what I was going to do tonight was I was going to make a D's Nuts hat and then give that away to somebody who wanted that, and then design more hats. So, and we can do the bucket hats. I do have a bunch of bucket hats that we can do, but we have to be particular about the design. That's just with the bucket hats. But next Saturday, yes, let me just double check. I will be home. I'm flying home on Monday. Oh God, that boba dog is so cute. God, he's so cute. But yeah, I'd love to show you these gifts that I made, but I can't. I don't want to dox anybody. So, yeah, but look at this room. I mean, how cool is it that you come in? Because I don't know if any of you guys, there was no opening. We just started streaming because Simply said we can just take your stream number your stream number and plug it in and turn it on. And I'm like, say what? He says, you're not going to have any of your effects, your sound, your this or that. And then I said, well, I'll just set up my system. Then I came up here, I go, where are the power cords? Where's your internet? I said, simply just hook me in. And it was, so if any of you popped on, you would see him hooking me up, and it's like, is it working? I mean, he just push a button and I'm on. This is amazing. Yeah. You're catch a live. Oh, so yeah, it's almost. Yes, it is where you are. It is like, no D's nuts. Why not? No D's nuts hats, fellow Irish. Well, you know, I think it's got to be cool. Like a lot of you, is there anybody in the chat now that hasn't received a gift? Or no, let's see, how many in the chat have already received a Sip Mom gift? I know Ashley has. Lord Novahole, I believe you have, correct? Who else? You have the Old Man Spoodle. Sip Mom, Team Lunchbox, how are you? Yeah. Love the hat? Yeah. It's just so cool. You know, embroidery, and for any of you that ever want to try attempting it, I'd be happy to teach you what I know, because I teach the software, as you know, and I teach the embroidery, and it's just so much fun. From the UK, but my grandmother was from really? And the thing, Ashley, I believe that Ashley has some of the cutest gifts that I've ever sent, because Ashley loves koala bears. And I always try to find that last one that I sent you, Ashley, with the koala bears with all the kind of the filigree around it. I was stitching that out, and I was teaching a class, and I said, yeah, I just did this, and it was just the cutest thing ever. You tip your hat from across the sea. Hello there, free H2O. How are you? Yay! I would love to go to Ireland. I don't know that I'll ever make it across the pond, but that would be, actually, my first choice would be Switzerland, because I want to sit on a mountain and eat chocolate. That would be my very first choice. And then Ireland, because I'd love to see the Irish lace in the hills and eat all their butter. I would absolutely love that. But yes, Swiss chocolate. Oh, any chocolate. Well, not any chocolate, because some chocolate's garbage. You know, you guys, what's your favorite chocolate? I'm a huge, since I had COVID, when I got COVID, what was it, 2 years ago, I got a really bad case of COVID and completely lost my smell, as you guys remember. And then the night before I got COVID, I was eating milk chocolate. And I still can't enjoy milk chocolate. I can eat dark chocolate, which I never liked before, but now I can. But milk chocolate still doesn't taste right to me since COVID. But that's good, because my hips are very proud of me not stuffing my face with chocolate. This tallest German mountain has a cafe at the top. You look down at everything with some nice hot. Let's go, Old Man Spoodle. It's a date. Let's go. So you're a Lindt fan, are you really? Lindt tastes to me, you know, that guy's in there and we get to watch him stir it. I don't think that's a real chocolate. I think he's just putting us on. I like it, but I think Dove's better. What do you guys think? Ashley, can you get Dove chocolate where you are? Can you get Dove chocolate? Dove bars, aren't they good? They are so good. And yes, very, very good. All right, well, you know what? So what we have to look forward to, and this is just a short stream, you guys, because I'm not demonstrating. I'm just running my mouth, and I'm just I don't have my life lessons for you. You know, here I've shown you how to climb out of mud, how to jump into dumpsters and survive, how to survive alligator attacks, and I didn't think to bring my book to give you a good guide, but you never heard of it. Well, next time you win, I'll send you some Dove chocolate, because I can send candy through the mail. Next time you win, I'll send you some Dove chocolate, and then you can tell me how that compares to Lindt. Okay, so what we are going to do for sure in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, is we're going to do the Boba, guess Boba's pedigree. because I'll have the results, and whoever comes closest to what Simply's dog is will win a prize. And so I want to give away a couple prizes tonight as well. And let me see. What should we do? What should we do? Trivia? What should we do? So tonight you can pick. I'll tell you what you can pick, because we're not doing hats. You could pick a hat if you wanted to. That would be fine. I don't know the color hats I have, but I do know that I do have some sweatshirts and some t-shirts, and depending on your size, and I can get back to you with that. I also have hand towels, tea towels, beach towels. I got to get some more bibs, some streamer bibs. We love our car bibs. And I made one for Simply, or Sip Dad, that says yummy. It's the cutest thing ever. But you know, when you're driving, right? Everybody, do you all eat in your car? Put your hand up. Who eats in their car when you're driving? Are you snacking or drinking in your car? Not booze or anything, but like coffee. Are you guys drinking? Yeah. I mean, how many times do you hit the brake, or some fool does something and you stop short, and all of a sudden you dump like French fries or something, sandwiches down it. So I have these bibs that are long. I call them streamer bibs. And actually all my mods, I made one for all my mods years ago. And I don't know, do I have any of my mods on tonight? You guys don't know what well, I haven't been as regular. I'm trying to be more regular. But all my mods have what I call streamer bibs, because they're long. And so I do have one left. I get them down in Arizona. I will buy a stack of them when I go down. So I have tote bags. I have towels. I have shirts. I have sweatshirts. I have hats. What else? What am I missing, you guys? And I can embroider I don't want to say everything, but almost a lot of things. And I can digitize, which means I can take simple logos, not something incredibly ornate, and turn it into stitches. So let's do that. Yeah, haven't seen one of those for ages. Except Mom at work. Ratuda, where the hell is that email that you owe me? Ratuda was a winner of the Simp Mom song contest. Yeah, you're laughing. You owe me a flippin' email. You know I want details. And Ratuda's got stuff going on that I will not share. I cannot share. I'd love to share, but I will not share. But inquiring minds want to know. So get your damn computer out and tell me what's going on. You will? You better. I know where you live. I had a contest. Ratuda, remember the contest where people sang Simp Mom, I'm hanging with Simp Mom. I wonder if I can dig up the videos of that when I get home. And Ratuda, you won that, correct? You won the contest? Now she's running away. 'Cause she's caught. You didn't participate? You vaguely were. I thought you were one of the What did you send me? There's something that I got from you that it stands out, and I'm not. Enlighten me. We did something, but do fill me in on some details that I've been wanting to know for the last. How long has it been? Almost a year. Yeah, but that's what you get for giving me inside information. Then I want to know more. All right. Oh, Ratuda, are you sure you weren't in on that? Hello there, Miss Kit Kat. How are you? I got to get back to work, but you will update me. Okay. All right. Promise me. Miss Kit Kat, what's going on? Just a short stream. You see where I am? I love this camera. I think it makes me look, it doesn't make me look 100 years old. It makes me look like 80. I mean, younger, I think. Do you guys think so? I think, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, it's not too bad. It's not, you're not going to lose your appetite. And it's not going to increase your appetite, but you're not going to lose it. Yeah, well, you have a good night too. and let's stay in touch. Rotuta, yeah, rotuta. Very good, very good. All right, so what I want to do is I want to give a gift away, and so what I'd like to do is I'd like to see someone who's never gotten a gift and tell me why you think I should make you a gift. So chime in. You're out there. How many people we got? I have no idea. How many chatters are out there? How many chatters? We got 6, 7, 8, 10. Anybody have any idea? 56? Serious? Okay, lurkers. Now that I know you're out there, who would like a Simp Mom gift? And I can do fun stuff. I just did. It's pretty blurry on here, so you're not going to be able to see it very well. There is 5 of us, and we call ourselves the Hospice Honeys. And what we do is we meet every month for lunch. We all work together as hospice nurses, and I did a logo. And 2 of these logos have a bee, and one of them has an angel. And it's when you take a picture of a screen, it kind of looks kind of shifty. I'll show you what I have here. But I designed this logo because we're getting denim shirts, and it's just going to be a little left chest logo. And let me show you, it's because it's the H's, and I think it's pretty cute. Oh, it's hard to see. There we go. There's 2 bees and an angel. And that's going to go, I like to make the girls, I did the sheeps last year. I did the black sheep shirts. And you guys saw those, right? I did the black sheep shirts. And so this is just going to be a little gizmo for the Hospice Honeys, because we always go out to lunch together. And it's, us old ladies dress it up. Why not, right? Yeah. You like the honeybee, do you, EBM? Hey, Natty, how are you? Natty Ox, how are you doing? So who on here hasn't received a gift? So that's like something I could do is, that was pretty simple. I just took fancy H's and turned them around, right? But I can do a lot of things. If you like hawks, or you like flowers, or you like tulips, or whatever you like, I can typically find a design or make a design and to put it on for you. And I just love using Rhoda, and she just has been so happy to make you guys gifts. And that was the whole reason that I got her was, Simp Dad and I told you guys we sold our company. And Simp Dad said, to me, he goes, what have you always wanted? And I said, I've always wanted a 10 needle machine. And so that was bought for you guys. Because I don't have a business. I don't do it professionally. I never will. I have no interest in, I don't do this to make money. I do this it sounds so flippin' corny. But, that you get the gift. And usually I have them come in pink bags. But Europe, I've got to send boxes. You can't put them in pink bags. But just, you get a gift. Just because you're you. Isn't that cool? It's corny. I know it's as corny as hell. I know it is. But that's so. I had a business. Simp Dad and I, you guys, Natty, you know that, right? We moved to Minnesota for Simp Dad's job. We left all of our family in Western New York and moved to Minnesota. And then Simp Dad, after 10 years, came home Christmas week. You guys most of you have heard the story a gazillion times. He survived 25 layoffs, and he's in upper management, sales, upper management. And Christmas week, he lost his job. And we had a pretty big nut. As a nurse, I could not come close to paying, because the whole idea of us moving to Minnesota was to move into a nice home. It's a colonial. It's not a mansion. It's not like what they live down here. It's not like what Missy had or anything. It's just a regular house on a few acres. But it was a nice home. And so it was going to improve our quality of life and bring the kids into an area where wonderful schools. And so we relocated our family here, not knowing anyone. And then he lost his job 10 years later. and then we proceeded to, and you guys have heard this 100 times. We were $100,000 just in credit card debt, and then because Simp Dad's overweight, in his 50s, who's going to hire him when you can hire somebody with an MBA for a fraction of what they'd be paying him? And he said, he goes, Deb, what do you think if we started our own business? And I said, well, so we had to make some sacrifices to do that. So anyways, he started an association. And the association was to help people on sales be better at sales. Not the people you hang up with, not the telemarketers, but this is business to business. So in other words, Simp Dad is so good at this. So if I'm going to sell, and I'm not a salesperson, right? But one of the techniques was if the person's talking fast to you on the other end, you speed it up. If they're talking slow like this, then you do that too. I mean, there's just nuances of that. And he wrote a whole curriculum. Well, the damn thing took off. And then COVID hit, which meant more people were working out of their homes on phones. And so, but anyway, so it was like a phoenix rising. And but we believed in ourselves and we worked so hard. And then Simp Dad said, well, you got to be my event planner, because we held conferences around the country. It's like, what the hell do I know about this? But I figured it out until it got so big. And I said, I hired my own replacement. I said, I'm not, a 50-page contract. No. But anyways, so the lesson is believe in yourself, because, we would not have what we have today had we kept our current jobs. We'd have done okay, but we got to feel what it was like to be on the verge of losing everything and saying, no, we're gonna pedal faster and harder and steeper, and we're gonna do it. But you guys, the one thing I tell you always, and remember this, is that our kids had no idea of the financial distress we were in. They had not a clue. Why should those little shoulders house adult problems, right? What could they do? All they can do is worry. So the kids never knew how bad it was getting for us, and it was getting bad. And then our plan was, if this doesn't happen, we'll sell the house, we'll downscale, we'll move into something, the smallest, we'll sell everything and move. I mean, we had plan after plan, but we just believed in each other and worked. Simp Dad worked probably 20 hours a day for 8 months to get this boat to float. And then thank you, Jesus, for being there, because it just believe in yourself, you guys. Just believe in yourself, because sometimes when the worst things happen, it's because something better is coming right behind it. And I'm living proof of that. Yeah. You've been running a one-man software business for 9 years, and a Simp Mom hat with a logo on it would be pretty cool. You know what? You just got yourself a hat. I like that. Okay, so this is what I need you to do. I think I got this one. Carhole software. Did I get it? So what I want you to do is, with your logo, send me your logo, and let me see if I can do it. Okay? And so what I want you to do is I want you to whisper me. Go up to the very top, whisper, and I need your full name and your address. And if you can send me a PNG of that usually is a better format for me to work with, but I can almost work with anything. But if you have one, send it, and let's see what I can do. If it's got the problem with logos is if they have gradients in it, meaning it starts like in a maroon red and goes up to a pink, you're talking about different color thread changes. And that's really hard to do. It's not like when you have chalk and you can just smear it and it goes lighter. I mean, these are all different. So if it's gradients, that's really, 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 it's almost impossible to do gradients, because it would take so many colors of the same color. Do you know what I mean? So send me it, and so let me get your name down, because I will surely forget. But yes, let's do that. I've not seen you on here before. Are you brand new? Did you fall in tonight? You got your comfies on? In order to watch me, you got to have your comfies on. I don't have my bitch slapper. I kind of feel naked not being able to slap anybody, but that's okay. Okay, so do you see the whisper up there? Whisper. Yes. We Minnesotans support each other. Natty, and I got to tell you, when Simp Dad said, what do you think about moving to Minnesota? my first response, my very first response was, my favorite show in the whole wide world was the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And if any of you guys know that, it's based out of the Twin Cities. You know, she throws her head up and she's going to make it after all. And so I said, well, she could do it, we could do it too. And we only had a 10-year plan. And you guys, I know I'm repeating myself, you've heard this, but we do have some new folks here. That 10 years, we'll stay here 10 years, then we'll move back home where all our family is. We're there 9 months, and Larry goes, Deb, do you want to move back to New York? And I said, are you kidding? I said, the schools are better here. The health care is better here. The park system is better here. The people are nicer here. I said, no, I don't think there's a better place in the world to raise your family than Minnesota. I don't. Can I still have hand towels and pillowcases with embroidery? You still have them with embroidery on it. I use them every day and smile when I see the, oh wow, incredible. Oh, I love it. I love it that you guys, I love it. I absolutely love it. Can I put you in that cage? In this cage? You want to go in there? Are you naughty? No, you guys. I was just thinking oh my God. It's so easy for me to go to a very strange place. And I was thinking, ooh, if I had someone in there. Never mind. Yeah, that's why we have like a disclaimer on here. I don't want anybody in here under 16, because we talk about anything. And yeah, what should we do in that cage? No, just kidding. Where are you at in New York? Western New York. One of my first jobs was Buffalo Children's Hospital. It's 4 a.m. in Finland. Do you know I'm Finnish? I am Finnish and Italian. Do you know that? I'm Scandinavian and Italian. It's 4 a.m. and still working, and was looking for a stream to listen to when you saw here. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yay. Simply got a dog. What kind? I'll show you, Ashley. So Ashley, what we're going to do is it's probably coming any minute, is that I ordered Simply a DNA test for the dog because it's a rescue. And so what we're going to do is, I'll show you a picture. So you guys, whoever guesses his pedigree is going to win the first prize. And actually it'll be 2 prizes. It's not just going to be 1. There's Boba. Actually his name is Boba, but it was just easier to call him Boba. And sorry for my handshake. Isn't he cute? He's got the hugest ears. Look at the one ear leans. So that's going to be, put your thinking hats on, because that's going to be a 2 gift for the person who gets the closest pedigree for what he is. And isn't DNA cool? Simpdad thought he had American Indian in him. It was funny, and so we did the DNA test, and his father was 25% Greek. Oompa! He had no idea. So it's like, nope, what he thought was Indian is Greek. Isn't that cool? I know it. Definitely, there is definitely German Shepherd in him. Yeah, he's a cutie patootie. Yes, he loves to be. If you maul him, and his ears go flat. You know how like when a dog, when they're being affectionate, how those big ears just gotta lay down. I mean, and that's how they go. He's just a little love. I can't wait for him to get up to Minnesota. And that's why I had Simply move up his neutering, because he's going to be roughhousing with my hounds. And we can't have him recovery because our backyard is nothing but rocks for them to have lots of fun, and hopefully he doesn't fall in the pool. Sometimes the dogs have fallen in the pool. But yes. Hey, Toaster, how you doing? Aboba. Yes, his name was Aboba, and well, I said to Ryan, I said, what are you going to name him? He goes, well, I have to name him a Boba. And I said, but that was too hard. It was too many syllables, so it's just Boba. Yeah. You're moving back to New York, are you? What part of New York? I was born in Genesee County, New York, right? Actually, at the house. I never made it to the hospital. I'm a home birth. My mother still says, I think I threw out the baby and kept the afterbirth. I've heard that a few times. It's like, all right, Mom. Maybe she did. No. Can I do a backflip? Do you want me to end up in the emergency room tonight? No, I could never. I could do cartwheels, but I could never do backflips. And I could never do a jackknife dive either, now that I think about it. But I could fly an airplane. No, you want me to do backflip in the chair? No, I'm just teasing. No, it's good. So Finland, oh, wonderful. I think we are in Finland. Yes, we're in Norway, we're in Sweden, we're in Finland. I'm trying to think where. I don't think we're in Madagascar. We're on all the continents except for the Arcticas, but I'm on all the continents. And in China, we are in China. We are in South Korea, and New Zealand, and Australia. I love it because I got a little map that I put little marks, little pins in when. In Sweden, that's you. Sweden, yes. I think so too, that he got a rescue dog. And he's going to be a shedder, but you know what? We got Nella, and you guys have seen Nella. And Nella is a Labradoodle, but she got more of the lab than the doodle. So she sheds like nobody's business, but you know what? I wouldn't trade that dog for all the tea in China. Do they still say that? Is there tea in China? Have you ever heard that expression before? All the tea in China? Is it tea in China? Yeah. Huh. All right. So we have one gift given away, and going to make a hat. So do whisper me. I want to give away 3 gifts. You guys keep me busy this week, all right? I made 150 cupcakes the other day. How about that? A new angle for Simp Mom. Koala Bear, how are you? Look at this. I like the way that my face doesn't need like too much makeup with this. This is great. I want this room. Maybe I'll never leave. Maybe I'll put a bolt on the door and he can just push me food underneath and I'll just stay here. 150. 150 what? My weight? Close. Oh, you're sweet. How are you doing? Last I heard, you had a significant other. What kind of cupcakes? Oh, so this is for my grandson who just graduated, and he's, I just adore him, absolutely adore him. His name is Robert, and actually I used his name. A lot of you guys know I was in that video game, Content King, that they reached out, and I play the mom of the main character. And I had said to, he goes, you gotta yell at him. And I said, well, I need a middle name. And so I said, can we use my father, my grandson's name, which is Robert? And he said, yeah. So I get to scream, Kaden, Robert, and he goes louder. And that was very cool. So my grandson is excited because his name was used in the video game. So the cupcakes are Oreo. He loves Oreo cookies. So I made vanilla cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes, and then I bought a whole bunch of the tiny little Oreos. And so I'm going to make I make a wedding cake frosting, and it tastes really good, but it uses trans fat, and I hate using trans fat. But you can't get a good white frosting without Crisco. You just can't. So I cut some butter in and cream in it to kind of cut the trans fat, put some good fat in, and then I'll crunch up some Oreos and put that in the frosting. And you guys, I make my own vanilla. And so it'll have a little, and my vanilla is so sweet and pure. Oh my God. I get the best vanilla beans and vodka. Then you drink all the vodka. No, I'm just kidding. But my vanilla smells so good. I mean, a bad vanilla can ruin the taste of frosting. And I had to throw out a whole batch. I bought Walmart's vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract. It ruined the whole batch of cream cheese frosting. And cream cheese that's an expensive frosting. Sidebar. I know you guys know I always go off my tangents, but I always find my way back. And so I'm going to throw a bunch of crushed Oreos in that. and then I'm gonna throw them in the freezer, and then when I take them out of the freezer to bring to his house is when I'll put the little cookies on top. Because if I don't, they'll be all mushy. And who wants a mushy Oreo, right, you guys? Doesn't that sound disgusting? But they taste good. Sometimes I put cookies in the batter of the cupcake too. I did not this time because I think the frosting is so luscious that it's good. It's gonna be perfect. Skylar, I saw her picture. You showed me a picture of her koala bear. She's a doll, and you look incredible. I love it when you guys share your lives with me. I just love it. And yeah, she's lovely. She's absolutely lovely. So just a little down the road, koala bear. I make fabulous shower gifts and wedding gifts. I like to do, because ladies, right? When we get married, we get our name changed, right? And so it's like, it's so cool. So I like to make when you guys get married, when you let me know, I like to do Mrs. And I could do your Twitch name, Mrs. Koala Bear, Mr. Koala Bear, or your real names on pillowcases. And I get a really nice, high quality. I love the cotton, just Egyptian cotton with a high thread count. And I like to do like a black, a really elegant Mrs. So-and-so, so that when she lays down, and then she could be sleeping on your pillow, and you're sleeping on hers, and that's very cool. I can also keep this in mind, that to even make it more personal, if you wrote out her name, my love Skylar, I can turn your signature into stitches to put on the pillowcase. So it would be your signature with her name. So just keep that in mind if things move along, okay? That this old woman wants to be part of your celebration, all right? So what is the 150? It says 150 ... What is 150? Did I miss something? Hey, Breeby, how you doing? How you doing? I want to give away another gift. I know. 150. You got me going. Oh, the amount of cupcakes I made. Oh, duh. Ding, ding, ding. No more callers. We have our winner. Well, you know what? Because I've been losing weight, and so I'm into the 150s, right? So I'm thinking, so anytime I see that, it's like I get excited. Yes, I've decided that I'm not having knee surgery because I'm going to get this fat ass shrunk down. And so if I can get down to like 139, right, that's the goal. And so a few more pounds to go, right? The amount of cupcakes. Ashley, duh. But, well, and I have we redid our kitchen, and so, well, you guys saw it, and so I have the convection ovens. And so I can make 250 cupcakes from start to finish and frosted in under 3 hours. And I've done it because I time myself, because I've got everything lined up. Now that's putting the tins in, getting that done ahead of time. But I mean, that's, but I have, my daughter-in-law was brilliant, and I have a KitchenAid mixer, and they make these silicone, bowls that fit in there. And so when you're mixing up, say you're mixing up Christmas cookies, or like I've been doing pizza dough lately, that I can go, okay, I want to quadruple it, and it won't fit in that bowl, so I'll just take that one out and stick the other one in. And they have tops on. And so that makes cupcakes, especially cookies, because most cookie batter can be made ahead of time in the fridge the night before. When I do the cancer walk down in Arizona, I make 500 cookies. And so that's how I do it, is that it just works out slick, is that I make the batter up one day and then I bake them the next. Because if I do it all one day, it just seems like a lot. And it's just me. And I've got a convection oven down there. It's not as fancy as the one in Minnesota, but it's an old girl. Actually, when we got our place in Arizona, it had a brand new stove, and I said, I don't want this. And I found some rich person that was remodeling, and I said, I want that. I think we paid $90 for this beater of an oven that works like a perfect. Because the thing with the convection oven is it blows air around so that you don't have to, if you don't have a convection oven, when you put cookies in, you got to put them on the top and the bottom and then shift them to the top, or they'll get burnt if you don't do that. With the convection oven, the air is constantly flowing around, so you don't move anything. You just put, 72 cupcakes in, 72 cupcakes out. Very cool. Yeah. Pooh Bomb, how are you? So let's give away yet another gift. Let me see. So we have one person that's never got a gift. Do you think you'll do any more baking streams? I don't know. Should I? The problem with that, Ashley, is that I have to tear my setup down, and it's like I have to take my computer and the camera and everything, the two cameras down to set up. If I had this set up, I'd move my kitchen in here. So, but I do enjoy the cooking and the baking streams. I absolutely do. Yeah. But maybe what I'd like to do is I'd like to hop on somebody else's stream that would want us to do a baking one that's all set up. I probably would. I don't want to say never. But it's so it's so convenient to have my craft room and the camera and everything all just set up, and I just turn it on. I mean, it just makes it. Yeah, I did a lot of. Did you guys see the? Wayne did. He did a compilation of 18 months of my streaming, in little snippets, and it's like I was exhausted watching it. It's like, oh my God, does this woman ever flippin' shut up? And the answer is no. Simp Dad married me for his own amusement because he knows I'm self-amusing to begin with. But yeah. So how long have I been going, you guys? What is it? An hour? I've been talking nonstop an hour. Well, it's just a short stream tonight because, like I said, I'm on the Boba. I didn't want to let you guys down. I told you I was going to stream. Let's give away 2 more gifts, okay? So we got a hat to give away. I don't see. Look at all my slappers out there. Oh, Koala Bear, my bitch slapper. Koala, did I ever make Skylar anything? Koala Bear, did I ever give Skylar a gift? Dun 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 dun. Okay, maybe he popped out. I do that too. You guys do that? You pop into a stream for a while, then you kind of go out, then you come back in, then you go out. I do that a lot. Okay, who on here has never received a Sip Mom gift? I know we got lurkers out there. Who has never received a Sip Mom? It doesn't matter if you can get mail. The only place I can't send it to is Russia because we're in conflict with them. Like I told you, I've got a box that's waiting to go to Russia. The guy won it like 3 years ago. So who on here? Lurkers, now is the time to unlurk. All right? Come forward. Come on. Who wants a gift? You gonna make me sit here all night? You are gonna make me sit here all night. Then I have to tell more stories. I know it. Where are the mods? It's just I've not been streaming consistently, so many of my mods are modding other places. Some of my best mods have been stolen by big streamers. That's okay. All right. And I can't play games here because I don't have any. This is simply stuff. He doesn't have like I have the magic ball and stuff like that, but he doesn't. We're just shy. Cezanne, is it Cezanne? Cezanne? Cezanne, 128. Have you gotten a gift from me? You're just shy? You're a little shy? Don't be shy. You do have to give your address. Got to set up. I know. Shmokba. I know. I'm butchering it. This is Simply's room. I'm in Austin. I just popped in for the weekend to help out, and then I'm going to go home on Monday. Yes, I love this. See, this would be so easy to, because it's like, it's all this room is for. It's a stream room with a cage. So we can put somebody in the cage. Who wants to go in the cage? That's funny though, the cage there. That's a boba cage. First thing I did when I met him, we came here in the end of April to see we drove from Arizona here. First thing I did was go to the Goodwill and buy a whole bunch of stuffed little animals so that he could chew them. You know, puppies love those stuffed things. Take a setup home with you, he won't miss it. You think? I already stole his mic back home. I went into his room and because my mics were picking up, my cameras were picking up the sound of Rhoda, and I just practiced with his mic, and it's like, it sounds so much better with his blue Yeti. Yeah. Okay. Take it piece by piece. Boy, could you imagine going to there, that he'd wake up the next day and his mic's not there, his monitors are gone. I don't think I'd get it on the plane. You don't think he'd notice? Oh, I think my boy would notice. I absolutely think my boy would notice. Yeah, no, that would be, but how cool though. Well, I mean, this is his job. You know, this is his job. I'm just a hobbyist. You know, I just stream just to run my mouth. And to make presents, right? Make presents. That's always a good thing. All right. Have you gotten, yeah, I know it. This person hasn't answered. Thank you, Ashley, for popping in, for pushing the buttons there. Cezanne, 128. Have you received a gift? See, no, never? Well, you just won. Okay. So, you can reach out to me. You can whisper me. Go right up there and whisper me. And I can send you a list of what we have. Like, I do have clothing. I don't have all sizes. I do have some sweatshirts. I do have some t-shirts. And you're by the estimated E in the background. He's had that E forever. I'm trying to think. He had someone come and help him decorate when he first moved to Austin. Was it Melena? Who was it? Someone came to help him decorate. And I think that's when that E came, when it made its first. He's got a twerker up there. You see, can you guys see the twerker? That he's twerking with his green and green shirt. Got some cool stuff. I sent him the Tetris one. The Tetris, I saw that at the Goodwill. No, Kohl's. I got that at Kohl's. And he's got the green M&M. Cool stuff. And he's got his Mario stuff. I've been wanting him to give me that one picture, but he wouldn't give it to me. What's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, it'll come to me off stream. Okay. You like the Mario one, but you can't see it very well? You'll whisper later? Okay. All right. Yes, whisper me, and then we'll get in touch. And let's do one more gift. And then I think I'm going to call it, you guys, because I'm on. Boba's probably ready to wake up, but I did want to pop in and see you guys. You guys mean the world to me. I would thank you so much for popping on. I hope that you had a great week. And also remember that it's like, I've been around a long time, been through a lot of crap, and I love to give advice or listen to issues. And kind of, if you need someone to bounce something off of, we can do a Discord call. You need help with finding a job, with resume work. Simpdad is really good at he's helped a bunch of you. Probably okay. Oh, okay. I do have to go because Simply's scooting out, so I'm on Boba Patrol. So I do have to go because he's got that UTI, so he has to pee I think he's peed 15 times today. But it's better. It's getting better. There's no blood. So that's getting better. So let's do one more gift. Let's give one. Mr. Phoenix, how are you? I am doing good. Yes. Simply, no, his dog does. His dog has a UTI. He got neutered this week, and that's why I'm here. Because the dog got neutered this week and then got a UTI. and it was, and simply I could hear it in his voice that my guys, none of my guys do good with medical things, with blood or anything like that. And so I talked to him yesterday at 10:30. By 10:45, I had already booked a flight and to come down. He didn't know I was coming. I just said, I'm coming. I said, Larry, I'm going down. I can hear it in his voice. I said, he's exhausted. That dog's been sick. He's got to be let out every 2 minutes. He's peeing blood. I said, let me go down and take that stress off him, and happy to do it. Because I'm a nurse, and it's just, he was so afraid he might rip open those stitches. And I said, no, we've got this covered, honey. No worries, and so that I came down to be Boba's private nurse. And he's a cutie pie. So yeah. I don't know about that, Koala Bear. You know what? I love my kids. And Simp Dad will tell you, our biggest regret was not meeting younger. Had I met Simp Dad in my early 20s, we'd have probably had 6 or 8 kids, no doubt. And he'd be the first one to say it. We have 4, but we would have had another 4 or 5 or 6. There's something about family. And each one of my kids brings their own unique gifts. They're just wonderful. But I just want to be a mom that's always present. And then I hope that they find a spouse that they can have their own, that it continues. I think my one thing, I had Simply at 42, and I prayed that I would see him grow up to be, that's old. I prayed that I would see him grow up and I'd live long enough for that. And I am, and I'm still kicking pretty good too. Kicking pretty darn good. But family to me is everything. It just is. It's everything. And my kids mean they're my heart. They're my heart. And if they need something, it's like, when Simply gets sick, it's like, I don't fly down every time. I'd not flown. If he ever was sick enough, I would absolutely be on a flight. But when he calls and I hear it in his voice, it's like, okay, I'm gonna call Walmart. Let me get you this, and I have like fresh fruit delivered. I have orange juice. I have chicken soup. I have within an hour, I find a place that can deliver everything to him because I can't be there. It's just, I love being a mom. I love being a mom. And this, being Simp Mom allows me to kind of be like your mom, your grandma, your friend, maybe a leaning post. And I just want you to know that I am here for you. That if you're going through a hard time, sometimes just talking to somebody about it, just saying what you're going through. Because sometimes I can help. Sometimes it just feels better just to get it off your shoulders. And because, some of you have lost your moms. And I would say that probably my biggest fan base of letters come from men who've lost their moms. I would say most of the letters I receive are from men that have lost, and usually in their 30s. And I'm always here to listen or to help if I can help you. That's what it is. Hi there. You're new here. What's the vibe? Oh my God, Scarmarella? Did I say it right? No vibe, just an old woman that likes to run her mouth and give gifts. That's it. It's the Simp Mom Bitch Slapping Club. I don't have my song. Sorry, you guys. I'm using Simply's equipment instead of mine. And yeah, Simp Mom is the vibe. Oh, aren't you sweet? Okay, I like that. The end is beer. You just want a gift. So what I want you to do is I want you to whisper me, and I embroider. I'll just show you. Let me just show you a couple things, okay? I have a column in here that's just Simp Mom gifts. Let me see. And I'll show you a couple, just so that you guys have an idea of, so you might see your gift on here. What would we do without our phones? Man, Larry and I would go out when we had our kids, we had one phone that was hooked to the wall. Okay, Simp Mom gifts right here. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let me find something kind of cute. Well, do you guys remember we did the Golden Bitch Slappers? I think, was that 200 gifts? We did the Golden Bitch Slappers. Right? Let's see what else I got on here. Simply Hats, of course. I love to do unique, and this is during COVID. Somebody wanted a tote bag, and I made her a matching mask during COVID. Somebody wanted birds. Let's see what else we have. One of my favorite things to do, this is called embossing, where you use the nap of the towel. Hold on. Whoops. Watch me dox myself, right? Oh, you know what? I'm out of power. Well, that's the end of that. Okay. I'm out of power. That's why you saw my Samsung. But anyways, I'm just an old woman who likes to run her mouth, give you some advice, have some fun. I used to do a lot of baking streams, may or may not come back, but I will many times design your gift live because I have a big embroidery machine in my craft room back home. And so basically, yeah, I just run my mouth. I hope I can be somewhat entertaining, you know. But I just like to have fun with you guys, and you mean the world to me for popping in. Yeah, baking streams are awesome. Well, I've probably made 25 wedding cakes during the course of my baking, but I like to do the cupcakes now. I had to do one wedding where it was 600 cupcakes. That was a lot. That was a lot. And when my son got married, I made cookies in their image. I found a woman in Poland. I sent her his picture and her picture, and she made a cookie cutter. She put them together into one cookie cutter, and so I made cookies in their image. There is a company that will make cookies in your image, but the price for them, I was able to do it for under $40. To buy them, the quantity I needed, it would have been over 500. So, I mean, I grew up poor on a farm with a Martha Stewart mother. I mean, my mother could do anything. She still can. She could still sew and cook. She's 94. And it was the best upbringing ever. I didn't think so at the time when all the other girls had dresses they were bought at the stores and my mother made mine. You know, I did not think that we were so lucky at the time, but boy, I wouldn't give, to be able to have the sewing skills, the baking skills, canning, to be able to do all that, I'm so thankful now because so many of my girlfriends don't know how. You know, but we did it out of necessity, and I'm so thankful. At the time I wasn't, but I am now. Yeah, that's it. So it's a mashup of my kids' names. I like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, you got the bitch slapper up there. Oh, wow. Well, listen, I'm going to call it. I am watching Boba. I'll be back next Saturday night, and I'll be in my craft room, so pop on. And like I said, there's people that have won up to 7 gifts, all right? So it just, lurkers, you just come forward. It's always fun, wouldn't you? And it doesn't have to be a gift for you. Say you wanted something for your significant other. You wanted a bandana for your dog. You wanted grandma to have a tea towel or an apron. You know, just think, and Christmas comes every year. I teach embroidery down in Arizona, and I have a big bear, and I made a shirt for the bear that says, remember, Christmas comes every year. You know, start thinking now. And in July, we're doing Christmas in July. There might be a Saturday that I'm not on. We have a lot of company coming. But so Christmas in July, I'm going to pull out all the stockings I have, hats, anything Christmas. So July is all going to be Christmas. It's making Christmas stuff. All right? We'll have some fun. Yeah. You've gotten more than 7. You think, Toaster? Vouch for the number of gifts. I feel like I've received more than... Really? And yours go across the pond. Ashley's over in, I won't give out the country, but you're across the pond where they like to drink tea. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what I do. I don't do this to make money, guys. I do this because it makes me happy. Does that make sense? Yeah, Ashley. Hey, I might show up at your door one. I know where you live. Hey, listen, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I want to remind you, treat people the way that you want to be treated. Right? You'll never go wrong with that. Life can hand you all kinds of stuff you have no control over. But what you do have control over is how you respond. Right? Your glass is half full, not half empty. Look at, just try to be positive. I'm a former hospice nurse. So when you wake up tomorrow morning and you open those two eyes, those are your first two gifts of the day. And believe in yourself, because if you don't, who the hell else is gonna, right? And lastly, kindness is free. Sprinkle that shit everywhere you go. Thank you so much for hanging with me tonight.